Now, the situation was worsened, of course. Here we're talking about blindness. And, of course, the situation has been worsened by the coronavirus pandemic, with most hospitals forced to pause cataract surgeries. There is a Christian Blind Mission that's working on that, yeah?
Yeah, there is the mass exodus of health professionals over the years exacerbated the poor salaries, and lack of attractive incentives also caused chronic staffing shortages in the sector.
One organization, Sight Savers Zim, has set its sight on developing a sustainable eye health service that can help prevent blindness and disability, and targeting 65,000 people for screening in Matabeleland by the end of 2024.
The main mandate is to prevent avoidable blindness throughout the world, and also to promote the participation of persons with disabilities. And we want to see a world where no one is blind from avoidable causes.
But I said addressing preventable sight loss could bring economic benefit to Zimbabwe and will reduce poverty and inequality while improving education, gender equality and employment prospects.
Loss of vision is very critical in terms of productivity. Even in the workplace, the stigma that you can face, or even losing employment itself, just because of you have lost your vision. For those employers that will not appreciate, they might terminate the contract, and this will affect economy at various levels. A livelihood of a family is affected. A community, extended families, government has to look after other people, and also you can imagine how it can trigger several ripple effects as far as productivity and performance of the economy is concerned.
Now, Peter also appealed to employers to make workplaces more accessible to persons with disabilities to encourage maximum participation of people with disabilities in the workspace.
We are saying to the job seekers, you are not to be treated like a charity case, but you should be performing once you get employment, because the employer is all after is concerned about productivity, is concerned about profit and so forth. So we'd want you to be at your maximum as far as productivity is concerned. So the program is preparing both the employer to be confident and also preparing the job seeker to be confident, so that at least we have a workplace that is inclusive of persons with disabilities.
I really take my hat off to organizations like Sight Savers, and I believe it's Christian Mission, I think they're called, in terms of looking and trying to help with this blind situation. I mean, there's two issues here. One, of course, is blindness. And I tried to put this into a school perspective, because I was talking to Peter, Sight Savers, the other week, and we were talking about how some kids are behind at school because they just can't see. Marissa, you had a personal story,
yeah,
right?
My personal story. My son was also like that. So I would always say, you're not doing well in class, you're not this. And then his dad turned around and said, listen, I think you need to get his eyes checked. Because he would always squint like this every time we talked to him. So we got his eyes checked, and then he was actually diagnosed with keratoconus.
Wow.
And that causes some kind of blindness. And then he went into surgery. For 3 days he had patches. So it actually is something that they scrape off your eyes. So it is actually true.
And now he's a star pupil.
Now he's fantastic. He can see, he can drive.
Yeah, but I'm talking even his education suddenly went booming through the roof.
It did go up because it was just an issue that he just couldn't see what was written on the board.
The other issue there, of course, is access to buildings, to wherever you name it, even workplaces. A lot of buildings and workplaces in Zimbabwe don't have the ramp, so people with disability or in wheelchairs can't get into the building and so forth. And even things like Braille is not used commonly in most places.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot we need to do to make workspaces and workplaces inclusive for everybody, because disability doesn't mean that you can't do the job. In fact, you could be better than me doing this job. The point is that we need to give everybody an equal opportunity to do what they do best. And I think we need to, as I said, we need to do better, Tij.
No, I couldn't have said it better than myself. If I did this,
I couldn't see a thing. Oh, put your glasses back on. You look now with your glasses off. You look weird.
If I go like this, I'm like, guys, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, welcome to Morning Rush, the best show.
Maybe he does.
I don't have those problems.
Yeah, maybe. In fact, even same with me. If I take mine off, I can't see a thing. So there, it gives you an idea. But anyway, guys,
It is what it is.
good luck to all of you. Thank
Yeah.
you for all the work you're doing out there to save people's sight and to get on top of this.
Konapo, ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.